Before the sold-out arenas, before the Grammy wins, before the world simply knew her as Queen Bey, there was just a little girl from Houston, a girl with braids in her hair, music in her heart, and a spark that would one day set the world on fire. This is the story of Beyoncé's early life, and how it quietly sculpted her into one of the most iconic and relentless artists of our time. Beyoncé Giselle Knowles was born on September 4, 1981, in Houston, Texas. Her mother, Tina, was a hairdresser and fashion designer. Her father, Matthew, worked in sales. The family was close-knit, ambitious, creative, and deeply spiritual. But even as a young child, Beyoncé stood apart. She was shy, painfully shy. In fact, but something magical happened when music played. She'd light up. The stage was where her voice lived, even before she knew what that meant. She was just 7 years old when her parents first entered her into a school talent show. Tiny, nervous, standing alone on the stage, and then she opened her mouth. She sang John Lennon's Imagine, and the crowd erupted. They were stunned. This was no ordinary little girl. From that moment, her parents knew this wasn't a hobby. This was destiny. Discipline behind the dream. While most kids her age were focused on cartoons and playground games, Beyoncé was in rehearsals. Her parents enrolled her in dance classes, voice lessons, and local music camps. Every hour after school was filled with drills, performances, and critique. She was trained not just to be good, but to be excellent. Her mother, Tina, taught her poise, elegance, and endurance. Her father, Matthew, became her manager. A decision that would both help build her empire and cause deep personal strain years later. Even then, she rehearsed like a professional. Her work ethic was extraordinary. And it wasn't always easy. Beyoncé often trained until she cried, from exhaustion, from pressure, from wanting to get every step right. But she didn't stop. This quiet fire, this hunger to improve, it didn't come from fame. It came from something deeper. It was as if she knew, even at 9 or 10 years old, that the world was watching, even if they couldn't see her yet. And by age 9, Beyoncé had joined a girl group called Girls' Time. They performed around Houston, entering local competitions and talent shows. Their big break seemed close when they landed a spot on Star Search, the biggest national talent show of the time. They performed, they smiled, they danced their hearts out, and then they lost. For most kids, it would have been a fun memory. For Beyoncé, it was a formative wound. She cried for days, but instead of giving up, she got sharper. The failure fueled her. She began writing, rehearsing more rigorously, analyzing her own performances. She learned that talent alone wasn't enough. You had to want it harder than anyone else. Girls' Time eventually evolved into Destiny's Child, but even then, success didn't come. The group was dropped from their first record label. Members quit. Beyoncé, still a teenager, quietly carried the emotional weight of keeping the group alive. She was learning, through hardship, the true cost of greatness. Behind every powerful woman is a quiet storm of moments that shaped her. Beyoncé's childhood was not glitter and fame. It was hours in the studio after school. It was criticism from producers twice her age. It was balancing math homework with microphone checks. It was rejection, redirection, and relentless focus. But perhaps what truly defined her was that she never waited to be chosen. Even before the world saw her as a star, she trained like one, and when Destiny's Child finally rose to fame, and later, when she stepped into the solo spotlight, she did so with decades of preparation behind her. Fire journey didn't begin on a stage. It began in a quiet room in Houston, where a little girl dared to believe in her voice, and then worked every single day to make sure the world would hear it. Her childhood was the blueprint. The discipline, the rejection, the pressure, it all planted seeds of resilience. And that resilience became the foundation of a career that would redefine pop, power, and presence. Because legends aren't born under spotlight, they're forged in the shadows, long before anyone's watching. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this journey into the roots of greatness, consider subscribing for more quiet stories behind the world's loudest stars. Until next time.